Well, 2017 is here and we all know what that means. The Switch presentation is just around the corner. So, I thought that I would cover the Switch while everyone is waiting for the presentation. The idea for this video came about when I was researching something else for another video, and I came across an interesting piece of information which has led me to believe that the inspiration for the Nintendo Switch, from its design to the way it is marketed, started over 400 years ago in Japan. The Switch's story starts in medieval Japan, during the Edo period. This period in Japan's history is known for the large economic and cultural developments that took place. During this period, art and music experienced a massive increase in popularity. Several forms of kabuki, a style of Japanese theater, emerged, as well as an art style called ukiyo-e. What we're talking about today, however, is music. Music also experienced a huge amount of growth during this time, and many new instruments, some of which originated in China, began to see more use. One such instrument was a percussion instrument called a yoshiki, which is a pair of blocks, usually made from hardwood or bamboo, that are hit against each other to produce a sound. Traditionally, yoshiki were used to mark the beginning of kabuki and bunraku performances, as well as other performances in Japanese theater. Sometimes the blocks aren't just hit once, but are struck repeatedly while getting faster. Yoshiki are also still used by volunteer fire patrols called shobodan, who patrol the streets at night, warning people about the dangers of starting fires while banging the yoshiki. The first written appearance of the yoshiki is from a ghost story written in the Edo period called The Seven Wonders of Hangzhou. The Seven Wonders of Hangzhou is a large story that consists of smaller tales, each telling a story about one wonder or ghost. One of these stories involves the yoshiki. A print by artist Utagawa Kuniteru in 1886, named Oculi Yoshiki, illustrates the tale. The story goes that when fire patrols in the Hangzhou area of Tokyo would bang their yoshiki, they'd hear another set of yoshiki. Thinking there was another patrol out and about, they'd look around, but no one would be there. The story written on the print is translated as follows. On the 20th day of the month of the sign of the bear, when the moon grows white, and even the paper street lanterns that shine in every direction fail to brighten the gloominess of the street, rain will come with a rushing downpour. On that day, the temple bells resound with the tones of the afterlife. At first, the cries of the nighthawks and streetwalkers, the sellers of soba noodles and bottled beer, of tea noodles and red bean bread, will harmonize with the resounding bells. But these sounds will fade out and die away as the night stretches on and the people grown thin. While trying to make your way home in the dark and rain, covering your paper lantern with the sleeve of your raincoat to prevent it from soaking and going out, you will hear the sound of a pair of wooden clappers banging together behind you. Huh? Nani datte? As you walk on, the bang of the clappers will synchronize with your footsteps, and the faster you run, the faster and closer the sound of the clappers will come. This spirit is known as the following yoshiki. There's also a strange book that suggests this story, as well as other Japanese monsters, actually come from ancient Jewish tradition. But I'll have to save that for another video. So you're probably wondering what a yoshiki sounds like. Well, if you've seen the Nintendo Switch trailer, you'll already have heard it. The click sound that the logo makes at the end of the trailer sounds exactly the same as a yoshiki. Here's a comparison.
Dave?
They sound very similar, don't they? But that's not all. It is very possible that the design of the Switch was inspired by the yoshiki. The Nintendo Switch's controller is comprised of two separate Joy-Cons that can be used together, or as separate controllers. The reveal trailer shows us how they can be detached and reattached to different controllers, which is what the click is supposed to represent. The sound of the controller snapping together. And what does the yoshiki do? Two rectangular pieces of wood that snap together and make a clicking sound. It would be perfect if the Switch logo and the clicking sound played on the Nintendo Switch's startup, because the clicking sound of the yoshiki was used to mark the beginning of kabuki plays like I mentioned before. So, what do you think? Is the Nintendo Switch's design inspired by the Yoshiki? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more culture bits.